plaintiff, James Adams Richmond, says he started dating the defendant after she got out of an abusive relationship with a co-defendant. James claims he loaned the defendant his car to go to work, but after work, she went to the co-defendant's home and he vandalized James's car with a bat, so he's suing. Defendants Triana Jones and her boyfriend Jamal King admit that they were going through a bad breakup when she met James, but Triana insists Jamal was never abusive. Triana claims Jamal's friend is the one who damaged James's car, and she's countersuing for the cost of books.
Start with you.
All right, well, when I met Triana, it was early, mid-June, and she was going through an abusive relationship with the guy she's with, Mr. King, right there. She was staying with her dad, and I kind of was trying to look out for her. I was picking her up, taking her where she had to go, because she was scared to catch the bus, because she was scared she would run into him. So eventually we ended up getting together, and she got a job. We was living together, and she got a job, and she was like, hey, I got to be at work at 3. I work at home starting at 4. So she was like, can I use your car? And I said, sure, just go there and come straight back. You know what I'm saying? So she go there. She go to work. She called me at 4, like, they asked me to stay because she's supposed to get her schedule. She's like, they just asked me to stay to like 6, which she's like, she was on the phone. She's like, no, 5:30, no, like she talking to us, like, no, 6 o'clock, like she's talking to a manager. And then 4:30 come around, she called me because she saying that Mr. King is beating up my car with a bat and bashed on my windows, flattened my tires.
Actually, I didn't say that it was Mr. King. I said that it was Mr. King's
finish,
friend.
ma'am.
And I would like to submit this evidence. It shows here that she told the police officer.
Let me ask you this,
that was
sir.
Mr. King.
How long was this after you all had gotten together?
It was probably about 3 weeks.
Okay, so 3 weeks after you began dating her, you say you moved her in or something?
Yeah, we were like, she didn't have nowhere to go, and I was just trying to look out for her. He was like, can I use your car? And I said, sure, just go there and come straight back. You know what I'm saying? So she go there, and then 4:30 come around. She called me because she saying that Mr. King is beating up my car with a bat and bashed on my windows, flattened my tires.
Defendants Triana Jones and her boyfriend Jamal King admit that Triana dated the plaintiff while she and Jamal were on a break. And the plaintiff suing because he claims Jamal vandalized his car with a bat.
How long had she gone with the guy who you alleged, this gentleman?
About a year or something, she said.
How do you know it was abusive?
Well, because she showed me the marks on her body where he
used to beat her?
Yes.
All right, how often she tell you he would beat her?
She didn't say how often that it was on. She didn't say, but she just said that she has significant marks to show that it wasn't just 1 or 2 times.
Ma'am?
No, that's not true at all. I don't know what marks he's talking about or anything like that. The only reason why he may have had that...
So he wasn't physically abusive towards you?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. Mm-hmm. But he may have had that idea because, like I said, at this point in time when all this happened, when me and him met, me and him were going through problems. We were broken up, having a break, whatever you want to call it.
You moved in with him?
I didn't want to. It didn't start that way.
But you did?
Yes, eventually it did.
Within 3 weeks? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
What else you want me to know?
It didn't start off that way. It started off with me only storing my things in his basement so I could try to either find a place to stay or maybe go to a shelter.
True, Your Honor.
Let her finish.
Okay.
Or maybe go to a shelter because, you know, not having places to have your stuff in a shelter, I need somewhere to store it. But
and what happened within 3 weeks?
Having a problem with rides and stuff, like he said, he was helping me with rides.
You all never dated?
Within those 3 weeks, it eventually, escalated to us dating.
Eventually, as in how long?
It eventually
3
went
weeks
to us
isn't long,
dating.
so eventually means which day? 6th day?
No, it was pretty quick.
But it didn't start out like that. When it's only 7 days in, that's starting out like that.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
All right. And you borrowed his car, he says?
Yeah, the day that everything happened, he had to work at 4. I had to be at work at 3. I borrowed his car, and he said that I called him and told him that I was going to be off at 6. No, he knew what time I was going to be off, and I never called him and told him a different time.
But you borrowed it to go to work?
Yes, I borrowed it to go to work, and then afterwards I went over to Mr. King's house to pick up some mail.
Oh, you used to live with him? You used to live with him before
yes.
living with him?
Yes.
Okay.
So I went and picked up my mail, and when I went in, I was, shuffling through my mail. That's when I heard what I thought was the car being destroyed. And it sounded like you could hear the tires being popped and everything. So I ran downstairs, and when I came downstairs, Mr. King was sitting on the porch laughing. His friend is just running around like, oh, so you think that you're gonna come over here and disrespect my boy like that? And, basically because I came in another man's car to his house.
That his friend destroyed his car.
Yes, he basically.
His friend.
Yes.
All right. You have anything you want to tell me, sir? You're being sued too. So let me hear what you have to say about him suing you, because he alleges that you are the one that destroyed the car.
Yes, as far as that situation goes, their relationship and all that, I ain't had nothing to do with that.
What'd she come over for that day?
Oh, she came over to see me. Yeah, she might have grabbed some mail. You know what I mean?
But she
while
came
she
to
was
see
there.
you.
But at least that's what I wanted to believe. You feel me? Yeah, she came and got her mail, and then she I need to use the bathroom, and I told her there's plenty bathroom outside. And I asked her, can I use the bathroom at your house? I knew she had moved in, whatever. Can I use the bathroom at your house? Obviously not, so you can't use the bathroom here.
And you all reconciled?
Me and her?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, how long
Yes.
ago?
That next day,
After.
when I put her out,
It wasn't even the next day.
I put her out and said, you gotta
That's
go,
true.
go
It
be
wasn't
with him.
even the next day.
How
It was-
long?
It was the same day when I came and got her.
Same
from
day?
I put her out.
Well, let me finish saying. Let me finish saying what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's the same day after I came over there and got her and her stuff after he done choked her out. You feel
Yeah.
me? And he trying to make me like I'm abusive. You feel
I
me?
know I
Yeah.
did.
You know what I mean?
He thought
At the
it-
end of the day, I don't like what they did or how fast it went on or whatever, because it kind of disregarded what we had. But I still love her. You feel me? I still care
I know.
about her
Okay, so
well-being.
who destroyed the car and why?
Well,
It was his friend.
Now I'm talking to him. Sir?
my man's did.
Your buddy did?
Yeah.
Why?
Just it's kind of disrespectful. I know I definitely could have stopped the situation. I just ain't do nothing about it.
You knew he was doing it, he didn't stop?
I watched it.
Oh, okay. Oh, you used to live with him? You used to live with him before
yes.
living with him?
Yes.
Okay.
So I went and picked up my mail, and when I went in, I was, shuffling through my mail. That's when I heard what I thought was the car being destroyed.
Defendants Triana Jones and her boyfriend Jamal King admit that Triana dated the plaintiff while she and Jamal were on a break. And the plaintiff suing because he claims Jamal vandalized his car with a bat.
Who's countersuing for books? Who wants money for books?
Yes.
You do? All right. How does he owe you for books?
Because when I was staying with him after, he threw most of my stuff outside, but he said that he found a couple boxes of my books in the basement.
Ma'am, Triana Jones said that she stopped at her ex-boyfriend's house to pick up some mail and became angry and began destroying her new boyfriend's car. Judgment for the plaintiff for the value of the car. Your counterclaim is dismissed. She lied and yet wants to convince me that you owe her for some books. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
I'm glad it's over.
I really regret hurting the person that I really love for this piece of trash. But I thank God for what I got, and thank God that that they seen it the right way, that they see the truth came out in the end.
You really loved her, but you kicked her out and moved me in? That's real love.
No, I didn't kick her out.
That's real love.